In the late 1960s, Northern California became the center of fear when a mysterious killer began targeting young couples in quiet, isolated areas. His attacks were sudden, calculated, and terrifying, leaving communities confused and investigators desperate for answers. One of the earliest known attacks happened on a dark December night in 1968, when two teenagers parked on a lonely road were approached by an unknown man and shot without warning. The brutal crime shocked the region, but police had little evidence and no clear suspect. Months later, another young couple sitting in a parked car was attacked in a similar way. The killer walked up calmly, fired multiple shots, and disappeared into the darkness. One victim survived long enough to describe a quiet, emotionless man who showed no panic during the attack. Soon after, local newspapers received disturbing letters from someone claiming responsibility for the murders. The writer introduced himself with a chilling name, Zodiac, and included details that only the killer could know. The letters contained strange symbols, cryptic codes, and threats that demanded attention from both the media and the police. One coded message was eventually solved, but instead of revealing his identity, it described a disturbing obsession with killing and power. Fear spread rapidly as the killer continued to play games with investigators. In another horrifying attack near a peaceful lake, a masked man wearing a strange hooded costume approached a relaxing couple, tied them up carefully, and attacked them before walking away without being stopped. The bizarre costume and symbol he wore added to the growing legend of a killer who seemed to enjoy the drama surrounding his crimes. After another violent incident in the city, the Zodiac shocked authorities by calling the police himself, calmly reporting the location of the crime and hanging up before he could be traced. His confidence made the public believe he was always one step ahead. The letters continued, filled with threats against school children and warnings that caused panic across California. Parents feared sending their children to school, and newspapers published his messages to avoid further violence. Detectives followed hundreds of leads and investigated multiple suspects over the years. One man received intense attention from investigators and the public, but despite circumstantial evidence, there was never enough proof to charge him officially. Some of the killer's coded messages remain unsolved even today, leaving behind clues that continue to puzzle experts and amateur investigators alike. Eventually, the confirmed letters stopped arriving, and the killer seemed to vanish as suddenly as he appeared. Yet the mystery never disappeared. Decades later, the Zodiac Killer remains one of the most famous unsolved cases in history, inspiring books, documentaries, and endless debates. Some believe he was a criminal mastermind who carefully controlled the narrative, while others think he was simply lucky and benefited from the limitations of forensic technology at the time. Despite advances in DNA and modern investigative methods, the identity of the Zodiac has never been officially confirmed. His story remains a chilling reminder that sometimes the most dangerous criminals are the ones who crave attention, manipulate fear, and disappear without ever facing justice.